Hey guys, it's Jamie here. Headed out again today. It's a pretty good day here in Kentucky. It's about 65 degrees. It's nice. I'm gonna go head back out to that book sale I went to last week. I think there's some stuff that I probably missed. Couldn't check everything. I mean, it was just so big. So I'm gonna go back out there today and see what I can find. First, I gotta drop off some packages, and I'll head back out there. I'll let you guys know what I find. Hey guys, this is the community center, the bookstore, the book sell is at. As you can see, we're just kind of out in the middle of the country. It's really pretty out here, though. It's beautiful driving in. Um, that's the gym. That's the gym. That's the gymnasium. It's beautiful inside. It's just a really old gym. Beautiful stonework. So I'm going inside to see what I find. Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks actually since I went to the book sale. But when I got back and watched the video just now, I was trying to put the video together, and apparently the air conditioner was on or something, um, and the sound was just horrible. So, want to let you know what happened after the book sale. I didn't buy any books, or very few. I bought one small box of books, probably about maybe 10, 15 books. And the reason is what happened when I got there. My scanner on my phone actually the time I had went before, the scanner had worked fine. I connected to it's out like I showed you out in the middle of nowhere, um, but I connected to the Wi-Fi there uh, at the community center. Then when I got there, it didn't work. It didn't work at all. So I really was just at a loss. I had no way of scanning ebooks. So I bought a small, some books I could tell probably would be worth something. It's really hard to tell without a scanner what's worth something, what's not. Um, but I went with my gut and I bought some. And I put some up and I've listed them now. And I didn't do too bad. They're pretty high ranked, but they're profitable, definitely profitable books. And I also bought some VHS tapes that I could see that were already sealed. Stuff that was sealed, I went ahead and bought. Stuff that was brand new. But what I did buy is I bought a ton of 35 millimeter slides. Box after box after box, just full of 35 millimeter slides, and I'll show you those here in a minute. But they just, I went and made an offer. What happened was I couldn't scan the book, so I thought, what can I buy that'll make me a profit? And I knew that those 35 millimeter slides were there from the last time, and I had gone and researched them on eBay and could tell that they're collectible. Um, I did some little bit of research and find some of them are selling pretty good. So I went ahead and made an offer, and I asked the lady at the sale. I said, would you take uh, $100 for all of them? And she came back and she said, yeah, we'll do that. And I had counted 20 boxes of them. Um, and they were in these tins, these like little, they look like, uh, fishing tackle boxes, like little metal fishing tackle boxes. And after I'd made the offer of $100, she said, oh, it's not including those boxes. And I wish I had went ahead and made an offer for those because they were really well organized in those. So I didn't want, but I didn't. So I started just dumping them into spare boxes. Like I said, it's been about 2 weeks now. I've been really going through them. Um, it's taken me a lot longer to organize. So I kind of wish I had went ahead and made an offer on those boxes. But anyway, I ended up with what I estimate to be about 20,000 slides. It could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less. Um, but they're doing really well, and I'll show you those later on in the video. Um, but coming up next is just a picture of all the slides, or a video of all the slides. It's kind of taken over my house. I got a little worried because I was afraid the wife was going to be mad, and she wasn't at first. But now the family's kind of like, Dad, you're taking over the dining room table. So I'm trying to get these things out of here. But I'll show you what's going on right now. Okay, guys, wanted to show you this real quick. Each one of these boxes is loaded with 35 millimeter slides, and it goes all the way back. I did get one box of books, but that, as you can see, is not not the story of the day. So this is my setup for looking at the slides. As you can see, I kind of got everything spread out. There's some of the ones I'm going to be selling in bulk. Here's some more of the ones I'll be selling in bulk. The way that I do this is I kind of put them in this viewer thing here. It magnifies them and lights it up real well so I can see it. And then if it's worth selling individually, I'll scan it using this scanning system, and then I'll put it online. Like you can see, it's taking up quite a bit of space, so I'm trying to get it out of here. This is all of them. This is the ones I haven't gone through yet, so still got quite a ways to go. I'll probably be listing those. That's probably about somewhere around 5,000 slides right there between those two boxes.
This was one of my bigger sales. I sold the one with the 10, the one in the 10. I sold it for $57. It was about 850 slides. It was pretty good. $12.95 shipping, $57. So $60 for 850 slides. That's not bad considering I've got close to 20,000 and I paid about a half a penny a piece. They do pretty good in these large lots. I'll kind of show you a little bit later on. This is another good one. This is one slide. It's just a really nice car, Ford Fairlane. Nice lady beside. Most of the slides I've gone through so far has been from a couple. This is the lady of that couple. They had a really awesome car, and this sold fairly well. $35. It went pretty quick. But at the end, it stayed at about close to $10 until the very last part of the auction. But I was pretty happy with $35 for a slide because, again, I paid a half a penny for it. This was the first one that I sold. This is the first set. It was 19 slides of the Playboy Club Resort in Jamaica. The guy contacted me. He said he was just a collector of Playboy Club stuff, ashtrays, and just different things. So he contacted me. I was very happy with what he bought. There was a lot of shots of actually just a few shots of the Playboy bunnies, but there's more shots of the club and things like that. But he contacted me. He said, if I found any more, to definitely let him know. So he was real happy. But he paid $45 plus $3 shipping. Like I said, it's 19 slides. I think I paid $2.50 in shipping, so I did pretty good. This is one that's getting ready to sell. Right now it's not over yet, but it should be over in the next couple of hours. Selling right now for $4.50. I bought a scanner. That's one of the things, if you do find some of these slides, the best way to do it is to buy a scanner and scan the slides in. You just get a better picture. I tried a bunch of different ways to do it with my camera, and nothing seems to work. Even the scanner doesn't do it justice. These slides are really, really nice looking when you look at them through the viewer, which is another thing I bought. I spent $20 for a viewer, and I spent about $50 for a scanner. They're really neat when you look through the LED viewer. It's really cool. But the scanner picks it up a lot better than a camera would. But this one's just a picture of some kids at Halloween 1965. I think that's a pretty famous costume. I'm not sure. And then of course you got the plastic Wolfman face guy there. But the scanner doesn't pick up. You can actually see that kid in the back. You can actually see him. This is a bigger slide than most of the other slides. So the scanner doesn't pick this one up because it's too big. The slide's too big. This is another set of slides that Nostalgia kind of seems to do well. It's not Christmas time, but these are still selling right now for $1.99. And I don't mind to sell them for $1.99. I don't mind to sell them for $1. When you pay half a penny for them, it's not that big of a deal. And then when I turn around, I'm going to sell them in bulk. It just makes sense. So what I've done is I've picked out probably close to, so far, I've only gone through about half of them. I've probably picked out 400 or 500 that I'm going to try to sell individually. And like I said, I bought them for $100. So if I can get $1 for each one of those, which I probably won't, but that would be great if I could. If I can get $1 for half of them, that's $250, and sell the rest for bulk. Again, this is another slide I came across. This seems to do well. Pretty girls in bathing suits. I put this up, and within maybe 2 hours, somebody already bid $1. There's still a day left on it, so there may be some bid in at the end. And this is another one that I sold. It sold for $5, but you can see just, vintage cars, stuff like that. It sells for, that one slide, again, paid half a penny for it, sold for $5. But this, if you buy some slides, this is kind of what you're wanting to look for. These red border slides tend to sell better. I don't think you can see, but over here, if you look at where my mouse is, over here there are some kind of white ones, and they've got some stars on the edge. And those are Technicolor slides. And I think, and I'm not an expert in this yet, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think these are all from the same era, and I think Technicolor was just maybe a nicer slide. But these red borders sell really well compared to the white border Kodak Kodachrome that you'll typically find. I think these are from the 50s. And this is not doing any research. This is just going through them, and this is what I found. These are typically from the 50s or earlier, and the white ones are 60s, 70s, and 80s. But if you're going to list them, this guy did a great job of listing. Show your slides, and then give a rundown of what the person can expect. I guess this person put it on a light table and kind of took pictures. They didn't use a scanner, which is actually a good, because you can show more slides. And my scanner will take one at a time. But with a light table, you can kind of get a pretty good idea. You can show a lot more of what your lot holds. But this sold $112 for 275 slides. Do the math on that. That's a pretty good amount of slide. So these are definitely worth your investment if you can pick them up cheaply, like I did. And I think doing some rough searches, the ones with the white border from the 60s, 70s, and 80s don't go for as much as this. They go for about $0.05 a slide if you're selling in bulk. So, but it's still, it's still pretty good. But just to keep that in mind if you're going to buy in bulk to sell in bulk, if you're not going to go pick through them. And like I said, I don't mind to pick through these and find the really cool ones. Like these cars here, they'll sell really well if you had sold them individually. But man, it's really time consuming. It's 2 weeks and I've gone through half of them, and it's just been night after night after night of just sitting over the little LED viewfinder and looking through them. So it's really time consuming. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll keep you updated. I'll probably do a video on how to take a copy of the slides and how to ship them too. I find that kind of a cool way to ship them pretty cheap. So I will let you guys know. Thanks a lot for watching.